Today I'm going to share with you 3 specific strategies you can utilize whether you're buying, selling, or doing both here in the Cincinnati real estate market to achieve your goals in today's market considering the circumstances. And we're going to do that within the context of the numbers of week 29, 2021, this past week, and compare that to the same week in 2020 to see how we measure up. So we'll get to those strategies in just a few minutes, but first let's jump into the numbers for this past week. Again, week 29. It looks like new listings are down actually 3% compared to the same time last year. So of course that's discouraging for buyers. We don't want to see any drop in the number of new listings. We want to see a rise in inventory, which would require more new listings coming to market. So that's certainly disappointing for buyers. Good news for sellers, of course, as inventory is staying relatively low. We'll touch on that in just a minute. Closings are down 15% compared to the same time last year. That's discouraging really for everybody, buyers, sellers, homeowners in general. Even if you're not making a move right now, you're not in the market to do that. We definitely want to see more activity in the market than we did last year. We're actually, at least this week, comparing it to the same week last year, seeing a 15% drop in the number of closings, which is reflective of the activity overall in the market here in Cincinnati. So good news for sellers though, we see a rise in average sale price of 18%. Once again this week, that's actually the same number we saw over the course of the first half of 2021 compared to the first half of 2020. So your home is literally worth 18% more than it was last year as long as you maintained it, even if you didn't improve it at all. So that's great news for homeowners. That makes it very difficult, of course, for buyers as homes are becoming more and more expensive. The silver lining for buyers, though, is that mortgage interest rates are still at historic lows, so they're making the homes more affordable, at least through the financing rates being pretty low. Average days on market is down 70% compared to the same time last year. That's the biggest drop we've seen so far this year. That may be an outlier. We'll keep tabs on that, see if that becomes a trend. So what it looks like right now is the average days on market, meaning the time from active to under contract or pending, is about 9 days on average, whereas last year at the same time it was 30 days. So certainly homes are selling a lot faster, in this case 3 times faster than they were last year. Another good piece of news for sellers. Inventory overall is at 2.73 months. That's a little bit higher than we saw last time we reported on this on a weekly basis. Actually 36% of that is active or coming soon, which means it's available to buyers. The other 64% is under contract or pending, which means sellers have already accepted an offer. It's still counted as inventory because it hasn't closed yet. So if you do the numbers there, it's almost 1 month worth of inventory that is active, that is available to buyers right now. So still very much a seller's market. We are seeing some signs here that perhaps the pendulum is starting to slow down. It's been moving very quickly towards the seller side in terms of leverage, but we're seeing that some of that leverage for sellers is starting to fade a little bit. We've seen that in the numbers here. We also see that just day to day as we're working with clients, whether it's buyers or sellers, we're seeing that there's fewer offers on listings, although we're still getting multiple offers a lot, and we're still getting over list price pretty often. We're just not seeing as many offers coming in from buyers. And on the other side, as we're working with buyers, we're having an easier time getting them under contract than we were just a month or two ago. We're seeing this trend in Cincinnati, and we're seeing it actually throughout the country as we're speaking with other agents in other states, other areas. Just like with any other trend, here in Cincinnati, we're pretty much last to catch on to a trend. And so that's actually also happening here in the real estate market. We're starting to see still a seller's market, but things are slowing down a little bit. So if you're thinking about selling your home and you haven't done anything yet, you've been on the sidelines, maybe you've been waiting for a sign that things are starting to slow down, that we've reached a peak in values and a peak in leverage in terms of your negotiation strength over buyers, this might be the time to really seriously consider, now that we're seeing some of that evidence that maybe the market is starting to shift a little bit. I don't think it's going to be a huge crash or a huge market correction. Some people in the media are starting to say that. I think they're just blowing that out of proportion. But we are starting to see some evidence that maybe buyers are gaining a little bit of leverage. If you are already considering a move, you have to sell your house anyway, it might be the best time for you to consider selling your home at a peak and taking advantage of the seller's market while it's still at a peak. before it's too late, before things start to shift more towards buyers. So if you'd like to learn how you can take full advantage of the market conditions capitalize on the market right now, sell your home for top dollar, get optimal terms for your sale, go ahead and click the link, patrickgrosser.com/sell. That's an educational video that we put together on how we utilize what we call target marketing to not only sell our clients' homes, but actually to get them top dollar, to get them optimal terms, like not having to pay for the buyer's closing costs, not having to do a bunch of repairs, getting the right closing date that's convenient for them when they sell their home, so they can take full advantage of the market, not just sell their home. Anybody can really do minimal marketing to get a home sold right now because of the market conditions. But what we're trying to do for our clients, and what we've been successful in doing, is getting them more money at the closing table than the average home seller, because we're doing more marketing, premium marketing, again called target marketing, for our seller clients, where we're essentially figuring out what types of people, based on the features of our client's home, what types of people would be most willing to pay a premium for their home, which types of people would consider their home to be their dream home. So if you think about it from the other perspective, when you're buying your new home, you're definitely much more willing to pay a higher price to waive contingencies if necessary if you find exactly what you're looking for, as opposed to finding a compromise of sorts, a house that would work but needs some modifications to meet your needs. So that's what we're trying to do here with the target marketing approach. We've been very successful with that. If you'd like to learn more about how that works, to see if it'll be a good fit for you, go ahead and click that link, patrickgrosser.com/sell. Now, when you click the link, we're not going to try to swipe your contact information. We're not going to sell you anything. It's just an educational video on target marketing, how it works, why it's effective, and then you can make an informed decision whether or not that's a good fit for you. And if you have questions or you want to reach out to us to get started, there'll be some instructions there at the end of the video on how you can do that. Now, if you're thinking about buying right now, you don't have your next home yet, you know the market's difficult, low inventory, high competition for buyers, even though that seems to be shifting slightly, it's still going to be difficult to find your next home. So there are some strategies that can help you to compete in the open market with other buyers. If you're curious about that, you can reach out to us. We can help you out with some of those strategies. But one of the best things you can do is pursue some off-market opportunities. Try to find an unlisted home, just avoid the open market altogether. And we've been doing that for our clients here that are very specific on the types of homes they want, where they want to live, right down to the specific neighborhoods that they're targeting, where maybe there's no homes for sale yet in that area, but they would love to live there. So we actually advertise to those homeowners in those neighborhoods that have those types of homes that our clients are looking for. And we figure out which homeowners would be willing to sell off market, what kind of pricing they're looking for, what is their timing for their move that they're looking for. And when we find matches for our clients on the buyer side, we actually walk them through an exclusive showing and offer process. We're not listing that home for sale. It's not being advertised by the homeowner either. So it's completely off market. We're giving our buyers pre-market access with that homeowner's permission to look at the house and consider an offer. And if we do write an offer for our buyer clients, they're actually the only buyers that even know it's for sale. So there's no competition from other buyers. They don't have to overpay for the house. They don't have to waive a bunch of contingencies. They get the house they want in the area they're looking to live, and they get it for a fair price and fair terms. So if you'd like to learn how that process works, to see if that would be a good fit for you as you're trying to buy your next home, click the link there, watch the video, patrickgrosser.com/unlisted. And if you're thinking about buying and selling at the same time and you haven't decided yet if you should buy first or sell first or try to do everything all at the same time, it's a really good idea to get an overview on your options, so you can figure out which path is best for you. We did a video there at patrickgrosser.com/bridge that walks through all of those options, the traditional options that you have. You may find the financing to be kind of difficult if you're trying to buy a home while holding your current mortgage, because you're getting a new mortgage plus other debt you may have on the books. Your ratios, comparing that to your income, may not stack up exactly where you want to, although you can afford it and you know you can. Sometimes the banks don't like those ratios, so you have to look at what your financing options are as well. One of the most unique solutions that we've seen recently here, and it's becoming more and more popular, we call the bridge solution. We actually have some clients that are going through that right now. They were able to sell their home for more than they thought they were going to be able to. They were able to erase their mortgage debt, get cash to pay off some old debts, and also put more money down so they could actually trade up on their purchase loan from a FHA loan to a conventional loan, which actually made their offers more attractive to sellers. So before they had that situation set up, they were losing in multiple offers. They actually did lose 3 different times. And then the fourth time, because they had traded up to a conventional loan, again by leveraging their home equity there with the bridge solution, they were able to trade up to that conventional loan, be more attractive to the sellers. They actually won in a multiple offer situation. They just closed on that house recently. So they're thrilled with the results here. So if you're curious about how you can navigate buying and selling at the same time, check out patrickgrosser.com/bridge and consider the bridge solution as maybe one of the options you can pursue to erase your mortgage debt, get more cash for a down payment or to pay off other debts, get yourself in a better financial position, and also make your offer on the purchase of your next home more attractive to sellers. Again, patrickgrosser.com/bridge to check that out. If you have any general questions about the market, whether it's a good time to buy or sell, or any questions you have about your situation, we'd be happy to give you any advice you need. Take 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever you need, so we can assess what you're looking to do, help you to set you on the right path to achieving your real estate goals here in Cincinnati. Go ahead and click the link to our calendar. We can schedule a call. There's no cost, no obligation. Even if you're not sure if you're going to do something and make a move, we would be happy to spend a few minutes with you, at least to set you on the right path. And that way you can walk away from that call with a little bit more information on how you can achieve your goals here. I hope this information is helpful to you. We do 2 or 3 of these videos every week on market news, buyer and seller tips and strategies for the real estate market here in Cincinnati. If you like this information, you want to see more, go ahead and click the like button. Make sure the algorithm has that information. They can send more videos to you in the future. You can take that a step further. If you don't want to miss any of our videos here in the future, you can follow our business page on Facebook, turn on notifications. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Patrick Grosser-Cincinnati Realtor. And by the way, if you have any topic suggestions for us or any questions you'd like answered in a video format, go ahead and drop those in the comments for us. We'd be more than happy to educate you, answer those questions for you, and chances are there's other people in the audience here in our community that have the same questions and would like us to cover those same topics, so it'd actually help us to educate our audience as well. I'm Patrick Grosser, and thanks for watching.